If you are thinking of moving to San Diego, then you have probably heard about one of its two most iconic beaches. We are talking about Ocean Beach and, of course, Pacific Beach. But which one is the one for you? Well, today we are going to break everything down from the nightlife to the real estate to which location actually has the best tacos. Yes, that's a very super important point. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly which beach town fits your lifestyle. So stick around, stay tuned. You guys are not going to want to miss this. Check it out. All right, so going over the vibe and atmosphere, guys, it is no secret. PB is hands down the place to be if you are looking for a beach city that meets a party atmosphere, because that is exactly what you're going to get when you decide to live in a place like PB. One of the most active beach cities, guys. There are people that are jogging, running, walking, surfing. Dogs are playing here. There is so much to see and to do. I mean, if you guys are seeing any of the folks walking behind me, then obviously you guys are seeing how active this location really is. And that's really what you could expect for the entirety of the town. During the day, for the most part, it's really a lot of people just being active and having a couple day drinks and covering the local beach clubs. But in the evening, it turns into absolutely one of the best, and I have to admit, most fun party towns I have been to in the entire US of A. Guys, every single bar is popping here, every single club is packed. I mean, there is so much to see and do, and especially if you are a younger person or a single individual, maybe an entrepreneur who's looking to be around the younger crowd, the young professionals, and even entrepreneurs, this is hands down gonna be the place that you really want to be. If you need any more consideration or any more like convincing that this might be the place for you, if you like bottomless mimosas, brunch at any time of the day, and some of the most active lifestyle you're ever gonna see here in San Diego, then hands down, this might be the place for you. Ocean Beach, on the other hand, is very akin to what you might expect from a SoCal beach town. It's really a everybody knows everybody kind of vibe. Honestly, the craziest part is every single person I have met during my time here in San Diego, I will be honest with you, they all know each other. It's the craziest thing. Folks that I know that live in Sunset Cliffs honestly know other people who live in Point Loma, and it's just crazy how close and interconnected the community here is in Ocean Beach. And that's really what you expect, given that this really is the locals beach town. That local community vibe even extends to some of its local shops, some of the street vendors, some of the gemstone guys. You'll hear people playing the guitar on the sidewalks. It really is a local community vibe. It's very common, especially if you are here where I am right now. I am right actually across the street from Wonderland. If you guys have not been there, we're going to talk about that later on in the video, but it is very common for you to see surfers here, guys, walking through, snowshoes on, just bare feet covered in sand. This is going to be the place that you are going to want to see that. If that's what you're looking for. Now, if you're not, then we probably want to take you over to PB, but let's talk about this again a little bit more. So the winner for this particular section is going to have to go to PB. As much as I enjoy the relaxing atmosphere and the coziness of a place like Ocean Beach, I have to admit that unfortunately, I also like to be able to get out and stay active. Now, I know I'm probably going to contradict myself a couple times in this video where I say one thing and then in the next section I kind of lean more towards the other direction. Hands down, I have to give it to Ocean Beach, guys. You are not going to beat this type of beach city meets nightlife. I mean, the craziest thing is, I'm not making this up. I can remember very, very many nights when I was stationed here as a recruiter or going to recruiter school here, that the guys and I would go out drinking at night. We'd hang out here. Of course, we Ubered everywhere, right? But then we would come out to the beach and just chill and talk and plan out our futures as Marine Corps recruiters. Guys, it was one of the most fun times that I've ever had here. So hands down, I have to give it to PB. All right, so it's no secret when it comes to beaches and outdoor activities. Again, both locations have a number of things that you guys are absolutely gonna love. Number one, you have the beach. I mean, that's the end of the story, guys. The Pacific Ocean is absolutely gorgeous. You guys are not getting to watch what I am, but I'm watching the sunset as I'm shooting this content, and it's more and more beautiful as the sun continues to set. But we're here to talk about activities, so let's get into it. When you're not running, you're not jogging, there is always gonna be an activity from yoga on the beach. There are some people doing it right in front of me. There is volleyball further down the way. You have jogging, skateboarding, rollerblading. There is so much to do outside here that it's kind of hard to say which one is gonna be the one for you. The big thing is this: both locations offer a number of similarities, but really it's gonna come down to what you think after I break down Ocean Beach. Let's talk about it. Now, as far as it goes with outdoor activities and beaches, this one's gonna be a little tough. OB has some of the absolute best views. Now, PB has its own unique flair. You guys got to see the video about that, but what I do love about Ocean Beach has to be hands down the views from Sunset Cliffs, which is just a short walk or scooter ride, if you have your electric scooter like I do, away from any particular spot here central to OB. I can ride from the beach and ride straight over to Sunset Cliffs, take a hike, take a walk. Some of the most amazing sunsets you are going to see from Cliffside. It is absolutely a view you have to see if you come to San Diego. Hands down, one of my personal recommendations. Now, as far as you guys know, I did mention earlier in the video, this is really a surfer's paradise, and that's the same vibe you get when you are looking at the local beach. From what I hear, now I know you guys don't know this, but while I may be athletically inclined, I have not taken to surfing yet, which I know I'm getting some hate in the comments already because, like, Terrence, you've lived there for almost 2 years. Why aren't you at the beach and why aren't you surfing? Because the water's cold. That's why. But the thing is this, if you are looking for a place, if you're a surfer, if you're an avid surfer, this is definitely going to want to be one of the places that I've heard you're going to really love. The reason why, obviously, what I'm hearing is the waves are larger. I'm actually looking at some of these waves, and I will not deny they do look pretty big, but don't take my word for it, guys. There are plenty of websites and videos about all the surf spots and all that stuff. So check those videos. They're probably better at telling you the best spots for surfing than I am. But one of the big things to mention about the surfing and the beach access here is, honestly, as crazy as it is, and you guys see a lot of people walking around behind me, I see a bunch of people walking in front of me, it's really not that crowded, especially like during the time I was here shooting earlier today. When I got some of the drone footage, there really weren't that many people on the beach that weren't surfing out there, which means a lot more time actually riding the waves. So, I mean, that's another plus, I think, for OB in this particular section. But the other kicker, as many of you guys know, there are certain times during the day, I didn't mention it in PB's portion, but I'm going to mention it here. There are certain times where you cannot have your dog on the beach over in PB. But here's the beauty. Down here in OB, they have Dog Beach. That is 110% a place where you can take your pup, get out there, let them enjoy the beach weather just like you want to. That doesn't mean you can't walk them. It just, no, you want to get the sand, you want to get all the fun stuff. Take them to Dog Beach. You are not going to regret it. All right, so it's officially 1-1, but that's okay because we have plenty of other sections here going on. The next section is going to be, of course, the dreaded section, right? We're talking real estate and cost of living. Now, it is very easy to tell, or maybe not easy to tell. That's why you're watching videos, trying to learn the area. PB is going to be a little bit more expensive and a little bit pricier than you're going to find in OB. Now, it is a more touristy spot, which means a lot of like college kids and tourists rent here. So if you are a renter, you can expect a little bit higher pricing in terms of what you'll be spending monthly for your rental. And the crazy part is, even though you're going to be spending more money, you're not really going to be getting a whole lot more. You're really paying for the location and your distance and proximity to local bars and activities, stuff like that. So you could reasonably expect to pay almost the same price you're going to pay in OB for a drastically smaller place. And that just kind of is what you can expect if you decide to make PB your home. Now, if you are considering purchasing here in PB, it's probably going to be the same problem, a little different though, right? The prices will relatively, again, kind of remain very similar, maybe not. But the crazy part is here, you're really not going to get a whole lot of home. A lot of the homes here that I've seen are a little bit older. And in order for you to get a home that's maybe been renovated or pricey, especially if you're looking at beachfront, you're going to spend grips. So I don't necessarily recommend that, but I mean, everybody has their personal preference. One of the things I do love about PB though is as you move further away from the coast, you start to get a little bit cozier neighborhood. There's some actual single family homes with some decent yard space. The best part about that, of course, is the fact that you are so close to the beach and you are far enough away that, you know, as far as commuting goes, you could relatively get around pretty easy on both locations with a bicycle. So I guess that really doesn't put one over the other, but let's talk about Ocean Beach and see which one really compares out and see which one wins. It's important to note that OB is slightly less expensive than you'll find over in Pacific Beach, but depends on what you're looking for. One of the best things I think about the real estate here in Ocean Beach is going to be the fact that there are cottages, there are single family residences, there are condos here, there are cottages here, there's a lot of real estate here, and that's probably one of the best things, especially if you are planning on purchasing or renting. Important tip, if you are relocating here and you're looking to do what's called house hacking, this is hands down one of the best places to do it. I cannot tell you how many off-market listings I know of that not only have a single family residence on one side of the property, but then also have a little yard space and they have an additional dwelling unit or a garage at the exterior with a unit on top. That is going to 110% make housing more affordable here in OB. That doesn't mean you can't find it in PB, but I will tell you, I personally have found it a little bit more common here in Ocean Beach. I'm not really sure why, but that's just kind of how I feel, and this is my video, so there you go. Now, if you are wondering, yes, there's going to be a lot of beach rentals here, but again, in my opinion, not as many as we're typically going to find in a place like PB. It's a really densely populated area, especially with tourists and young professionals. So, you know, you're going to get all that stuff. But for me, OB, hands down, has some of the best real estate in terms of what you can get both now and potential growth in the future. But we'll talk about that later in another video. Okay, so while PB did put up a really good fight, I'm gonna have to give the real estate section over to OB, mostly only because as much as I love the nightlife and the partying and being on that side of the town, I really do love being able to just relax and feel like wherever I'm moving, I still get that community vibe. And that's really just what I know I'd be looking for. I know this is my video. You probably hate me in the comments, so leave something down in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking or feeling. Let's talk about it. But here's the thing, for me, I am gonna look for that family cozy vibe. What I also loved is that some of the units I looked at, even when I moved here, that were located here, actually had a home up front and then the ability to rent out the back space or to put another person above my garage. That kind of really appealed to me as well. So those two things in conjunction kind of really made the decision and solidified it for me. But what do you think? Of the two that I mentioned today in this video, which do you think actually you would choose based off of your lifestyle? I'd love to hear about it. Drop me a comment down below. So let's talk food. This, guys, has to be one of my favorite subjects because I will tell you, as much as I have loved living in San Diego, one thing I have loved even a little bit more has been the fact that the food scene in every different city is very unique. So with that being said, let's talk about it. What kind of food could we anticipate here? And if you didn't know, I mean, PB is essentially, again, being a party town, it's really brunch city. If you are someone who loves brunch, I can think of so many wonderful places to recommend for you and your family. I mean, literally, there's literally so many places, there are so many different places here that offer, oh, go ahead, oh, go ahead. Oh no, he's good, oh no, go on in there, get up in there. Go ahead, walk up in there. And he says hello. Go ahead, and he said hi. All right, one of those locations is of course gonna be Konos Cafe, and that is where people will literally line up outside of the door for one of their brunch burritos. There's another couple places right off the boardwalk that have some of the best brunches I've had, and of course, what goes better with brunch than bottomless mimosas? Yes, there are tons of places here that have bottomless mimosas, but even better, I think, is the fact that each brunch spot has its own particular kind of unique style. There's one that kind of just looks like a dive bar, but the food's actually really good. Then you have one that kind of looks like a Hawaiian style cafe. That is, I'm gonna tell you, one of my favorite places to go. It definitely set the bar high for this particular comparison, but if we had to talk tacos, City Tacos, guys. City Tacos is hands down one of the best locations for tacos in all of San Diego, so it's gonna be tough to beat. I wonder what OB has for us in store of tacos. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I don't even know if this is a fair section. Did you know that Hodad's is actually located here in Ocean Beach, and it was featured in actual TV shows and magazines? Hands down, some of the best food is gonna be located right here in Ocean Beach. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't some great food options over there in PB. It just means that when Terrence wants to find tacos, I come here and I get my tacos. Actually, I just had 2 tacos before I even started this video. That's how much I love the tacos and the food here in Ocean Beach. OB Noodle House, again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is going to be a great place if you are interested or looking for some of the best Vietnamese food in San Diego. Here, Ocean Beach, OB Noodle House, you have to check it out. And again, try their Mai Tais. I know I said it earlier, if you love them, good Mai Tai, go try them, you will not be disappointed. All right, so again, as much as I love my desserts and my cakes, I have to give it hands down, guys. Unequivocally, the winner of the food section is going to be OB. I mean, with famous restaurants that are featured in magazines, with the Vietnamese food, with the ice cream. I didn't even talk about the ice cream. I should have talked about the ice cream. I definitely cheat my meals here for the ice cream. The tacos, Wonderland, the views, it all kind of really connects. Again, it just really depends on the vibe that you're looking for. I do love some of the places that I think have really great views in PB. I just never really connected to the food there. But here I get all of the things that I get from there, with the extra added bonus of it being really fucking good food. Oh, sorry. That's how good the food is that I had to say that. So don't judge me or leave the channel. Okay, so obviously, hands down, I think we both know Ocean Beach wins it for me, but I think it's really important to understand that for me, the lifestyle that I get here and the lifestyle I want to live here in San Diego is more comfortable, I think, in places like Coronado or Ocean Beach. As much as I love getting outside and living the nightlife of that, I really do love the community feel here. I love being able to send my kids to the store without, having to wonder like, oh, is something bad gonna happen? And I think those are just things that are really appeal to me having a family. So I get, while that may not work for you, it does for me, and that's the beauty of this whole video. But let's talk about you. So which beach town is best? Well, in truth, it really just depends on you. If you want to be in the heart of the action, then obviously PB is going to be the choice for you. If you're thinking, hey, I do like being out in town, but I prefer local, I prefer, you know, like a tight-knit community, then again, hands down, OB is going to be the place to find that. So if I missed something, or if there was something that you really thought we should have talked about, I would love to discuss that down in the comment section. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and drop me a comment letting me know which city you think should have won if you don't agree with me. I think I might even put a poll up to see which one you guys think is best, Ocean Beach or PB, whichever one you guys think wins is the one I'm gonna do another video on. Let's talk about it. See you guys soon. Peace.